Hello, everybody. This is I Prince Reckless, or as you can see, A Prince Studios, and today I'm here with an update on Wasteland. Wasteland is a series that I've done for months, and now I've figured that it's been like a long delay, and I'm going to tell you why. Now, I think it was like 2 months ago. I think probably, yeah. Yeah, 2 months ago. In fact, it was in summertime. And so here's the thing. So we filmed this big scene in summertime, right? And that's when it's like it was like 33 minutes and all, but for some reason it took like 2 hours to film. But so we filmed a huge scene, and so it was pretty decent, really decent actually. But now it's not letting me upload after all that time. And I was like really tired too. I made some editing, but now it's not letting me upload. So, just like part 4 I did once, I am going to have to keep you updated. Now, if you see me upload Wasteland and be like, what about, part 3? I'm like, well, seems like you're not really updating the Wasteland saga, so go check out this video. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you actually what happens. Now I know it's going to be dumb or boring, but if you really care about Wasteland, you better listen. So, you better listen. So here's what happened in Wasteland. Alright, so first off, it starts with the Zombie King. The Zombie King is in his palace, everything goes swell. And then his two guards come and they have a little conversation. Then they start talking about Davis and all. Now the Zombie King is aware about Davis's plan, and that's why he's assigned not 4, 3 assassins, really strong assassins, to go take, or bounty hunters, to go take out Davis. Now Davis, although was training in the not the underworld, the hero heaven, but anyways, what's it called? So anyways, so they're talking. He's like, so he sends them on the kind of mission. He teleports them. While meanwhile, Davis and what's his son and some friends, they're like this guy named Ethan. They're training to learn how their powers. Now he's gonna finally use his powers and all. Yay! We saw him use combat and sword fighting. He was pretty good. But it's time for powers, so that's what happens. And he was pretty good, but his son, to be honest, was better. I mean, not better, but his son was just kind of stronger, So Ethan was good. He was all right. Then Ethan asks him, like, this zombie lord crisis, what zombie king, whatever. How did this affect? How did this occur? And Davis is like, well, and there's a flashback to that. It all starts when Davis is in a meeting room with all these soldiers and captains and staff members and all that stuff. They're talking about their one enemy called it's called the Ghouls. Now the Ghouls are Ghoul, the Ghouls. They are one of the dangerous teams or something. I mean, not teams, more terrorist team. Their mission or goal is trying to seek respect in like the main world, the main part of America or something. And but they do that by they'll do that by trying to be nice. But that way won't work, of course. So now they go to terrorism. They show fear, try to spread fear across the world so they can be honored. They want to take action, take control. They think that the government in the world is, not basically controlled. Why? Because all the other worlds hate them, like the third world. Everybody that world definitely hates America. So I'm not trying to be, getting government stuff or anything. So that's what they do. They try to take over, and Davis's team thinks it's fine where they are. So they try to talk, have me to try to stop them. And, they finish a meeting. This one soldier drives home, and so he meets up with a pack of zombies. The zombies start charging at the soldier. Now, the soldier, although fights his way back, but in the end, he suddenly dies. Now Davis and his squadron hear about this alert from the camera cast, and they go to see the soldier until they find themselves in a zombie compact. Now they shoot there's a big shootout, but they shoot their way out of there. But although next fire starts raining. Now this is not any type of fire; it's green fire. Now this is actually more like acid rain. But the fire what's it called? Once it drops on the people, they start kind of burning, but like not burn like our fire, red fire, but some type of other way, like they're glowing and like they're something inside them is about to break and like they're about to shatter or something, So that's what happens, and like each crew member dies, and Davis is like the only one that kind of survived because, he what's it called? Because he made it in time, drove to the shower or something. I forgot. He drove. Yeah, I think it was shower. Anyways, no, not shower. He got a fire extinguisher and cooled himself down or extinguished himself. Not fire extinguisher, a fire blanket, and put that on him. That kind of works. So I guess that saved his life. But he was kind of knocked out because he couldn't really save himself like fully. So next thing you know, he wakes up and then he sees himself stranded and some soldiers running and dying. Then he goes back to sleep or knockout. More like a coma actually. But for like 2 hours. And next thing you know, he sees 3 soldiers standing next to him. And they're about to help him. And yeah, that's how the zombie era occurred. If you see Wasteland Part 1, you will know. Now, let's get back to the present. Now, after that, there's been an explosion in the Hero Heaven entrance. That's right. And the Light Warrior comes to Ethan and Davis and Daniel with his son, to them to warn them about the explosion, and they all arrive to the scene. I mean, the whole camp. There's just 3 assassins, and the assassins, one called the Dark Lord. He is holding a darkness staff. I call it this what's it called, backbiter or something. I don't know. I just like the name. I mean, it's like backbiter. No, sorry. I don't know what I named it. I didn't name it anything. But anyway, it's like the staff with like elements, different types of elements wielding around it. A sphere, and you would see the second one. He had like a dominance outfit. The first one had a dominance outfit. It was all dark and all. So the second one, he was red and black. He had red on the arms and black on the legs and the torso, red on the face. But he wore snake eyes. He had, I forgot what that's called. I think it's like a falcon on the eyes. On the ears, something, I don't know. But anyways, that's what he wore, and he had like a fire sword, And the third one, he was more like kind of human, but except, this guy was blue. I'm not saying not purple. Well, just kidding. He's brown and all, but still. Anyways, I'll just try to change that right there. But anyways, so he has, if you ever watched The Lighting Life, he has the same weapon that Deathador has. I don't want to explain who Deathador is. If you want to know, watch Lighting Life. But to be honest, that movie was like way back when I first wanted to be a director. So, anyways, so next thing you know, the Dark Lord surprisingly had Davis, and I forgot the red one. The red one guy's name was Blaze X, and the third one, the human-like one, so we had a mohawk, brown features and armor. His name, I forgot. I think his name was I forgot his name. Oh yeah, Darkarat. And so anyways, they were all attacking. You will first see Ethan and Daniel versus Blazex. Blazex took Ethan out. That made Daniel mad, so they kind of had a strong battle. Dano thought he took down Blaze X. He tried to go help his dad, but Blaze X, sneak attack, I guess you could say, or attacked him from behind, shot him in the back with a really good laser force or power force, energy bomb, and so Dano was down on the ground, knocked out though. And Davis is fighting the dark. No, we get to Davis later. Lighting Warrior was fighting Darkarat. Now the Lighting Warrior was really strong, after his experience with other enemies, he's really strong. It's kind of like the kind of mentor, like that, mentor you will always like, or that teacher you always like in class, but that will always be there for you. And so, what's it called? He was there. He was fighting Darkarat, and the thing is, he was really strong about it too. He had his lightning sword and everything, slashing his way through. He even used some best spells like what's it called I think it's called Ratanile. I just watched the movie, because I just on my file, so I kind of know him. Called Ratanile, and that was one. It's like blows him away, but not Darkarat's not finished. So once they fight their final battle, and then he finally says a word. It's like Darakananian, and that's finally ends him. That's like a knockout spell, but then he strikes him once he's knocked out. Then he goes to help Davis. Davis is in trouble. He's kind of a beginner, and he's fighting like a true master. And this guy is helpless. And so Dark Lord and Davis fight. Davis is like losing hard. He has an arrow, then he pulls out like a regular sword, and he's losing. The Dark Lord's about to finish him off, and then he blows him away. After blowing him away, he's about to finish him off until the Light Warrior comes, and they both battle. Now they're both strong, but to be honest, if on a scale of 1 to 10, the Light Warrior is like, let's see, he is like an 8, and the Dark Lord is like, no, he's like a 7.5, and the Dark Lord is like, what? No, not 7.5. Yeah, he's an 8, and the Dark Lord is like a 9.5. But to be honest, the Zombie King is like 13. So, anyways, but yeah. So even though he was strong, he wasn't strong enough, and to be honest, he was kind of losing. Like, he'll get hit and all sometimes, but that won't stop it, bring him down. But then they get to the point when he's kind of tired, and the Dark Lord is not, because he's enjoying himself, fighting off. And finally, when he's about to make his final blow, Davis comes out of nowhere, fully regained, fully regenerized, and his energies back, and blasts him off with a big energy bomb. I'm talking huge. They think it's over, but he says that the Light Warrior has to rest until all of a sudden Blaze X comes, and then it's time for them to fight. Now, Davis, even though he's got his health and power back from regaining and kind of resting, he still was kind of wounded up and banged up about what the Dark Lord has done to him. So he fights Blaze X. Now he uses like all of his might to fight him. He finally wins, but then that's when he's knocked out. Now, if you want to see more, I'm going to do a video sometime soon. Either this month, actually not this month, because it is like the end of October, but next month or so. Please stay in touch. I thanks for all the support and all the likes and subscribers. Yeah, I think please comment things below. You give me some advice and all, and yeah. If you don't like it, please tell me why you don't like it. So, and like add some things that you would like, so I can probably like add that. And yeah, goodbye.